dialogue. Expressed here may not necessarily be those of our hosts or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversation so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, today's Ask PDA Letter is being brought to you by our Producer's Drink of the Week, and we are joined by our women in comedy, Kiana Dancy and Corey Bell. If you hadn't had an opportunity to check out the Drink of the Week, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate. Check out the drink and let us know what you think. So here is the letter. Hey, Kiana, I see you done joined us on Periscope. All right, dear PDA, my wife has always said she wanted to be a comedian. We always go to comedy shows. We watch sitcoms on television, and we've watched almost every comedian's one-night special on cable. Since we both are retiring in about 2 years, we have no children left at home, we've been discussing how we plan to spend our retirement together. During our most recent conversation, she said that she was going to finally take the plunge to start her comedy career. Of course, I laughed. Here's the issue. I think she was actually serious. She has signed up for improv classes, whatever that is, stand-up classes at the at the college annex, and has been writing jokes in a journal. I've tried to tell her that I'm not interested in spending my golden years on the road hitting grimy comedy clubs, and she quipped, quote unquote, "You don't have to." Now, I'm all for wanting to live out your dreams. However, I've never imagined I would spend my old age alone, either because my wife is on the road or because the distance has killed our marriage. What can I tell her that will make her reconsider this decision? I have a healthy sense of humor, but this ain't funny. Signed, No Laughing Matter. So I want y'all to pause on that for a second. I'm going to say what's up to our Periscope listeners. What's up, Felicia Starks? Carrie McCrae, see you up in there. What's up, Papita? It's a whole bunch of you guys that I can't even see your names right now, but thank y'all so very much for the hearts. I will get your answers in just a second on Periscope, but I'm going to go to our guests, Kiana Dancy and Corey Bell, to see what their responses are. So, Corey, you are up first. What would you tell this person?
First of all, I mean, the hardest thing that I have is the person that you love in your corner. That is definitely the hardest thing. But I mean, are you asking me what should we tell him, or what's the advice that we have from her?
The letter came from him. He wants to know what he can tell us. So you're giving him advice.
Okay, I can't hear you, but I think you said what's the advice that you have for him. Can you hear me?
Yes, the advice is for him.
That I have for him is, first of all, how rude, for you. I mean, people joke all the time, but how rude for you to laugh at somebody's dreams, especially once you see that they're serious about them. I mean, me personally, I'm going for what I know, regardless, but I think that it's really, really petty for you, to do that to somebody that you love. I think that you should support unconditionally. You don't. Like, is this the man for me? You know what I mean? Because you can't tell me that it's something that he has not done, or something he wanted to do, and she didn't think it was crazy, but she's still supporting him. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't have no damn advice for him. I mean, you better get his life together before he be single. Because a determined woman, baby, a determined woman who got her mind made up about what she want to do, won't give a flying fuck about you being especially about you, what you think, especially if she feel like she supported you with everything that you've accomplished and everything that you wanted to do, and you turn around and basically shit on her dreams. Oh, baby, you better focus.
All right.
Focus on this dream, because you about to be single.
All right.
Right.
All right. Well, you know what? Here's an interesting take on this. You guys both thought that he was laughing at her dream. I think that when he said he laughed, he thought she was joking. But I guess in the subsequent conversations, and he found out that she was signing up for the improv classes and going to the stand-up classes, that he realized, oh, wait, she's serious. I think at this point now he's realizing that it's very, I think this is indicative, and this is coming from the coach in me. This is very indicative of how people are in relationships and are not communicating effectively what their wants, needs, and desires are, and their expectations are. And she never expressed to him, and on a real level, she may have mentioned she wanted to be a comedian, and he didn't take it seriously, because up until this point, she's never ever acted as if it was serious to her. She's never taken the steps. So you've lived your whole life, raised kids in your house. Now it's time for you guys to retire. You think you're going to run off into the sunset and do everything that you're going to do, and you don't even know this lady. So you spent all this time with her, however long y'all been married, and you don't know her. So to expect that she would now put everything on pause because you're like, this isn't what I signed up for. Well, I'm sure she probably didn't sign up for everything that she got during the course of your marriage. There has to be a level of compromise that you need to be willing to give. Otherwise, you will find yourself living out your golden years by yourself because your marriage came to an end because you were not willing to compromise on what you thought the dream was going to be. The dream is with two of y'all, and y'all need to figure out a way to fit both of y'all into the dream. So she's already told you this is a non-negotiable for her because when you said, I don't want to be on the road, and she was like, you don't have to be on the road. She's basically saying, this ain't about you.
Better get your mind right, boo, because you're going to be lonely frying eggs and cooking biscuits by yourself.
Well, I think hopefully we could to end the advice on that. With a lovely PDA 40 form, it goes a little something like this. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm going to tell Joseph, mother had you, motherfucker. She's here all week, people.
All right, guys. Sure, if you want to go ahead and give her some advice, absolutely.
Female, don't look back. Keep pushing forward. Take your classes. But it's nothing like getting on stage. You can over-prepare, but nothing gets you prepared like just getting on stage. Whether you got, like you said earlier, you will either sink or swim. Yep. Go do it.
Yeah, I'm all about her pursuing her dreams and her aspirations. Absolutely, you should. But there has to be some middle ground somewhere, guys. And I think, unfortunately, it may be him that have to do the lion's share of the compromise in this situation because it appears that she has already been compromising. Somebody is sending me a message. They're saying he believes the relationship about serving his needs, and he's sadly mistaken. Absolutely. You know what? It's, my mama say, old fools were once young fools. So there's no reason why he wouldn't necessarily fit in that. And shame on you for asking us to give you permission to dash her dreams. Shame on you. That wasn't going to happen. And you should know better because that's not how we roll on here. Thank you to all of you guys on Periscope. We appreciate you guys for tuning in for the letter. God Soldier, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you. We're going to go back here and wrap things up with our lady comedians that we have on air with us tonight. We have Kiana Dancy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave Periscope up because I'm just that kind of Negro tonight. I'm going to leave Periscope up. And I'm going to let it ride out while we're doing everything we're doing right now so they can catch the last 15 minutes of this and we can get on out the door. Is that cool with y'all? Y'all mind sharing this on Periscope with everybody? All right, good deal. Sporty, I know you had a question you wanted to ask the ladies. Please, please, please go ahead. And if you guys on Periscope have some questions you want to ask our comedians, Kiana Dancy, she's in here on Periscope, and I think Corey's going to join us as well. Corey Bell is there. You can ask those questions on Periscope, and we'll say them on the show for everybody to hear as well. But in the meantime, in between time, Sporty is going to ask a question to our ladies.
This one came in from another listener, and they would love to know create your joke. How does he put this? They gotta read their English properly here.
You know I'm a grammar Nazi. I don't play that shit.
Who do you tell your jokes to before you tell them on stage?
The audience. I don't. There's no preference for me. I work so much, so sometimes I don't have time. I don't have the luxury of going to an open mic to work a new joke out. But you know, if I do have that luxury, if I do get that time to go to an open mic, it's random people in the club. I do an open mic night and throw it out there. But the best way to get new material off you is just when you on stage and you working, put it right in the middle of your set. And if that don't work, you can always build it back up with something that or something. Hey, listen to this. What do you think about this? I go up now. I, on the other hand, do a lot of open mics. So, you know, like fillers, I just throw them right out there and see if they bite. And if they do, then fine. And if not, then fine. I'll try them somewhere else, and then I'll go back and revamp them or add on to them. But yeah, I don't practice them. I'll write them and read them, and then a lot of them will come, you know, based on a lot of the jokes come from off the top of my head based on the energy of the crowd and the type of crowd it is. So that will determine the types of jokes that I tell for that night. Some of them will be scripted. Some of them are going to come, you know, based on the energy and environment. So most of the time, if I'm doing anything, it's coming right from the pen and paper straight out to the audience.